Right, so here I've got a couple of sections of dowel. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the grain. And make sure that everything is good and dandy. That's one. That's two. Sometimes when you're feeling them, you'll feel like a ridge. That's fine, that can be taken out with your iron wool, steel wool, or a file, because these are all made by machine and machines make mistakes. One problem that I have found is you might get a minor deviation from true. This is where the dowel is not straight. These dowels are okay. That's fixable, so it's not an instant no-no. But it's worth saying, just in case you're going, well, all of these have a slight deviation. The next one, and the most important one, is your flex test. And that's just where you grab 4-finger hold at each end and just flex it a couple of different ways, rolling it around with your thumbs. You'll see a lot of crack. You'll see if there's anything wrong with it. You'll see cracks develop. You'll see that if there's any change in how strong the dowel is throughout it, so say you have a tiny little eye on the inside, you'll feel that resistance when you do your flex test. If you've got any splinters, they'll be immediately obvious with your flex test. And that's how you test the doweling. Okay, so here we've got some feathers. So the first thing you're going to check is make sure that the feather is in good standing. On some of them you might get some markings and some staining on the vein, on the shaft. That's okay, because a lot of that is going to come off anyway. But generally what you want to make sure is that there isn't any sections of the veins that are going to come off. Sometimes when they're being cut by people who aren't you find them like that, where the feathers run right to the end. That's generally your barbs and your after feather that you can pull straight off, and then you've got something to work with. And they're all different. So that one I think is a secondary. That's a primary. Now you can use primaries, but generally we want to flex using secondaries. And that's how you test feathers. Okay, and thread. The first thing is I'm going to show you what I use for battle arrows, which is this stuff. It's described as a polished linen for duvets. It's very, very strong. I've never seen it break. With a fun fact, I'm currently sat in Mum's garden and we've got it holding a bush up that's fallen over. It's fallen over due to top weight. That's really effective. I've also got here some natural linen. This was about £18, but I got from a really nice lady and it arrived within the same week, so thank you, that very nice lady who was on eBay. and I'm just going to show you how to beeswax it. So what I generally do is I will put the linen thread onto the beeswax and then pull it through with my hand, and I'll do that a couple of times just to make sure it's really nicely coated. And that is it.